Now, you had two phonies interview. Patrick Bet David was interviewing Rick Ross. And, the rapper Rick Ross, not the real Rick Ross from California. But he was interviewing Rick Ross. And the whole time he was interviewing him, he was trying to expose him, right? Because, Patrick Bet David we already know what he is. And he don't like black folks like that. But he was being very condescending and trying to expose Ricky Rose for who he is, right? But so he was asking him all kinds of questions that Rose didn't want to talk about. Then he brought up 50 Cent, right? And he was fact checking Ricky Rose right in the middle of the interview. This whole thing was just crazy.
Rose, the history with you and 50, is it better now? You guys now friends? Like, do you guys talk now, or is it still no relationship?
Nah, homie Wash, we've never been cool.
From day one?
No.
This is a big business you guys are a part of. You guys are two of the heavyweights in the business.
I mean, what is there to talk about?
A lot of things to talk about. History, the beef.
What kind of history? That he couldn't dress? That's all I used to tell him. Yo, you can't dress. You're not really getting no money. You don't own your masters. Eminem saved you. Dr. Dre saved you. All the big names. Rose did it himself. I came in through slip and slide. I had to build this myself. And I'm not speaking down on him because he live in a 2-bedroom apartment, but
he lives in a 2-bedroom apartment?
2-bedroom. Catch the alley hoop now. You gotta win by Yama, this bitch.
2-bedroom apartment.
Yes, he does. And if he does, what does that say about him? Come on now. Just the alley hoop. Come on now. What does it say about him?
You're saying 50 lives in a 2. He just did a big documentary on Diddy that blew up. It was a #1 documentary for weeks.
They just use him. They'll put his name on there, give him 10K, and that's it. He don't own any of that.
Now, this whole thing is crazy because we know 50 Cent is the ultimate troll, right? And 50 Cent, 50 Cent deserves a lot of things he get, right? This dude is the ultimate troll. But with that being said, Patrick Bet David, I'm not a fan of Patrick Bet David at all, right? But he has this fake police officer on, sitting on there, and he's trying to act like something that he's trying to be something that he's not. So every time he tells him something, Patrick Bet David has his people fact check it, right? So then out of nowhere, 50 Cent youngest son comes up. I think the baby mom Daphne, when she was getting boat raced by those strippers and over there with Diddy, he says that he took his son fishing. Right, he took him fishing when she came out to the mansion or whatever, because we know that Rick Ross and Diddy is cool, right? So he said he took the young son fishing, gave him a nickname. Like, this whole thing is just crazy, man, and it's below the belt.
I know his younger son. I met his younger son. I took his younger son fishing before.
This is when you guys were good?
I call him Bruce Leroy. That's him right there, the little Chinese looking one. Yeah.
Did you say the little Chinese looking?
Yeah, he looked like Bruce Lee, like
Bruce Leroy.
That's what I call him.
And you took him fishing?
Yeah.
And 50 knew you're taking him fishing?
I don't know. He may have told his dad, like, yo, Rose, you know what I'm saying?
Were you guys ever good, the two of you?
Who, his son?
No, you and 50.
No, the son mom used to be on Star Island. And so little man done been there.
I got it. Okay, now I know. I read that story.
And when the mom be in the house doing whatever she doing, the little man done out,
I got it.
Rick offers to buy 50.
So this is great. I mean, it sounds
I offered to buy the son a puppy just because I knew Bruce Leroy. What?
Now, this whole thing is just crazy because, I mean, that's just below the belt, right? Like, why bring the child into the situation? But we know 50 Cent, he said some horrible things about Rick Ross, man. He said some real, about, well, I want to call him Teflon, because wasn't that his name before? He said some real bad things about Teflon, right? So I guess this is his way of striking back. This is his way of getting back, right? And he said that, like, remember what he said? He said when his mom was up there doing what she do, right? So Patrick Bet David, he's listening and he's prying more and more and more. So now he start bringing up a subject that Rick Ross don't want to talk about, right? Because he wants to expose Teflon, right? So he goes into this.
There was about a period of my life that I kept bringing people on because I wanted to find out who killed Tupac. So I brought on Freeway Rick Ross. I don't know what it was, probably 10 years ago. I did podcasts 2 times with him. And he came on and we spoke. And your name came up. When's because in the lawsuit he tried to sue you twice. I've never seen somebody try to sue somebody twice. That at the end, is it true that at the end of the lawsuit he had to pay for your legal fees?
He wasted a lot of people's time. I hope he's coping with the crack addiction that he been dealing with this whole time, and I hope your listeners, I hope you didn't disappoint your listeners listening to that shit. I just hope, man, you gotta maintain a certain level of quality, and you've allowed it to dip
to
a few times.
Put him on.
I mean, you should go look at your ratings. Pull up the ratings.
Rob, type in YouTube Rick Ross Bet David. Let's see how he performed. I don't know actually how he performed, but let's look it up.
Let's look it up.
Type in Bet David and Rick Ross. Watch the cult guy come up first. 1.6 million.
The cult guy, you get.
No, but right there, that's Freeway Rick Ross was what, 6 years ago? Click on that. I think it performed pretty well. It did okay. 1.6 million. You want to go to the comment section? Let's see what the audience said.
Now, this is the funny thing, right? Let me just say this. I remember when the BMF series came out, right? And I'm an OG. I'm from the street for real, right? And a lot of people was deriding the BMF guys and everything, right? And they said they can't wait till Big Meats come home and Southwest T and everything. Everybody was deriding these guys, right? When they came home, the fake dude 50 Cent made accusations or came out against him, and everybody turned on him. But if you want to be technical, Big Meech and them was the ones that was the bandits. They was the ones really moving that work from AC to KC, Nebraska to Alaska, whether you like them or not. They was in the streets. They was in the streets really moving them trucks, right? Sending trucks to different states across America, right? Putting things in cars and moving them around, right? Getting that money. They was authentic. They was doing it for real. Not this rapping stuff, right? Rick Ross was before them. He was an OG doing the work for real. But now you got this fake Rick Ross that's a rapper that comes out and takes on his name, his likeness, his image, his everything. And people was running with that until he got exposed, right? Because this whole thing is fake, right? It's fake. It's an image that they sell to you to sell products, right? So now he says, well, this guy, Teflon says that Rick Ross is a crackhead and he's dealing with his crack addiction and all this, that, and the third, right? But remember, he said that Patrick Bet David wasted time interviewing him, but it got over 1.6 million views, right? And in the comment section, they destroying Teflon.
So I'm trying to see, I'm giving you my last alley hoop, and I'm trying to see what you're going to do with this one.
It's not an alley hoop. This is...
If you don't respect everyone, then you're disrespecting yourself.
This is...
I feel like this man...
Informant / crackhead.
Was he the reason why you named yourself what you named yourself, or not at all? Was there any influence there?
He's a crackhead. What are you talking about? Pull up crack. Pull up smoking crack. Freeway smoking crack. This what you should be talking about on your...
Him smoking crack?
You let me down. You're disappointing me because... Where's the crack? Pull it up. I don't see it. Pull up the headlines.
You're saying now or back in the days? Because we know back in the days he had issues.
We don't know nothing. I'm asking to pull it up. Yeah. Where's the facts? We talking facts. When he sued me, he had to admit the facts about him being an informant, cooperating with this and that.
We know that. We talked about that. That's not something that we don't know.
Why you're not? That's what people.
Oh, that was the conversation. No, and that's why the interview did well, because we specifically talked about that. He had a big role in it.
You ain't mentioning it to me.
Oh, no. The question I asked
that he was abusing crack.
Yeah,
I'm sure he came and lied to you and told you he made $3 million a day, and he never did. He ever show you a home?
No.
Did he ever show you a home?
He said he owned.
Did he show you his car collection?
No.
Did he show you his watch collection? What the $3 million a day? Where was it going to? Thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
thank you. This PBD, your listeners deserve better. This is Ricky Rose.
Did he at all inspire the name, though? That's the only question.
I thought I've answered that 3 times.
I don't think you did. I think you went to crack, and I know he had the crack issue.
Why would a crackhead
introduce it to a lot of young kids, and it was a bad thing?
Why would a crackhead inspire the boss Rick Ross to want to be the informant? That's not. No, that's why the lawsuit failed.
So the two of you guys have never spoken one-on-one.
Hey, man, this stuff is a joke, man. So Rick Ross, he told his story, you know, as an OG, like when he first got on, you know, before he got on, he used, right? Listen, I grew up in Philadelphia, man, right? One of the blackest cities in America. You know, I saw crackheads turn to kingpins all day. I know guys that was getting high in 84, 85, man, around 86, they cleaned themselves up and started getting big money. I come up under one of them. I already know how that thing worked, right? So, like, no, you gotta remember, you go back during that time, there was no crackhead. See, this is the thing where he's a fake. And let me school you youngins, right? There was no crackheads in 85, right? It was new. It was something that was just coming out. So if they in a party drinking their syrup, drinking that water, right? Taking them cakes, taking them pills, right? Smoking weed, right? And whatever, somebody come in and say, try this. So they come in and they try that, right? Some people liked this, some people didn't. Some people got hooked, some people didn't. Some people got hooked and got off of it, right? And then start getting money, right? So you didn't really start seeing crackheads till around about 87, 88. But 85, 86, there wasn't no crackheads yet. They was just partying, right? But dudes started getting big money. Once, man, so like, no. So he told that story already, right? Then he started getting his money. Rick Ross, Teflon, he ain't never gonna be in position to tell on nobody because he wasn't getting no money. Nobody giving him 100. He wasn't getting 100 stones. He wasn't moving. He wasn't connecting, sending 100 stones from California to Ohio, from Ohio to Philadelphia. He wasn't making moves like that, right? The real Rick Ross was making them kind of moves, not him. So he's trying to do anything to save his image. Then he don't have the mitigated gall and audacity to say that Rick Ross didn't inspire the name, and he's using the name Rick Ross. Where they get these people from? You can't make this stuff up, man. Like, this stuff is crazy. But he wasn't done.
Brother, you lowering the standards of the interview now. We can't focus on crack.
If I ran a poll.
We can't focus on crack. I have a car show coming out that's so huge. My dentist, shout out to Dr. Mario Montoya. You know, there's people out here that Freeway Rick Ross, he could have used a teeth cleaning. Did you offer him a teeth cleaner?
I should have.
Heavy plaque.
You think so?
Oh man, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And
but you guys never met.
I got a dentist office. We actually was during a lawsuit. Yeah, he reached out to shake my hand, and I didn't shake his hand. He said it in an interview.
He said he called you in 08, and he said sometime you guys
he never called me.
He said, and you offered to help him or something like that.
Stop. Big cap. If I offered to help him, why would he sue and not get nothing? Come on, man. You got to be smarter than that.
Man, this dude is crazy. So what y'all think about this, man? Rick Ross is a crackhead. 50 Cent is broke. He never got his name. The name Rick Ross was never inspired by the original Rick Ross, right? He was Teflon, and he, former prison guard, but he was in there with them dudes. He was moving them things. He was getting that work, right? This guy is crazy, man. Crazy. Like, this industry. Listen, most street dudes can't rap, man. Back in the day, coming into the game, a lot of the street guys was the managers. They was the ones funding the game. They was the ones funneling the money in the game to clean their money up. That's what they was doing. The rappers just was rappers. They was telling hood stories about what they saw their homies do. He came in telling hood stories about the real Rick Ross, man. And when he got pressed on it, he tried to throw Rick Ross under the bus. This dude is a scam. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.